Alright, Archons, here we are. These giant deck boxes. No, these are the Deluxe Archon boxes with tokens. I have 2 cases of these, which is 24 decks. And I want to do a Would You Rather. And unfortunately, I don't think the French decks are great for Would You Rather because the interpretation and everything is going to make things a little bit muddled. So I thought, let's do it with these Deluxe Archons and see some stuff in English. Plus, I need to send some tokens to a friend, so this will give me everything I need in that regard. I've never opened these before, so bear with me as I get this open. So we got... Okay, so this is how it comes. I'm just trying to make sure I don't reveal anything, because you know how I like to do these. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so it doesn't. This is perfect. This is how it shows it. I'm liking this. This is neat. This is very neat, actually. Get a little thing that I don't care for. Token sheet here. So that is pretty neat. And then you got the deck. Ooh. So these tokens are needed. So first deck is the Underboss of Fire Street. So, funny story. Lagerfan the Rogue of Dragons was the very first Worlds Collide deck I opened, and it was also Shadow, Saurian, and Logo. So the very first Deluxe Archon I opened is also, I've never opened one of these before, is also the same thing, so I think that's pretty neat. Alright, let's get this next one out here. So that is deck A, the Underboss of Fire Street. Such a sick name. And then here we have... Oh, if I'm doing which deck would you rather have just on houses, I already know that this one is the one that literally everyone will choose. Anyone who's a contrarian, feel free to choose otherwise. But I know that most people will be choosing the Underboss of Fire Street over Sweat. Yeah, Sweatquake, spawn of Cephalabat. Very interesting names all around for both of these. Alright, so deck A. We'll go through the usual deck opening, do the count stats of creatures and pips, and then from there go over to the stats for that, and then on to deck B. And why do we like these decks in between? Okay, so first up we got, oh, these feel kind of thin. Igor, Hapsis, Sanitation Engineer, Thorium Plasma. Yeah, this cardstock feels thinner compared to, hold on, let me pull this one here. Does it feel thinner? No, it's about the same. I'm tripping. Thorium Plasmate, Titan Guardian, Twin Bolt Emission, Wormhole Technician, Candle Unit, Group Think Tank, Positron Bolt, Reassembling Automaton, Academy Training, onto Saurian with an Imperium, Ludo, Double Ludo, Golden Spiral, love it, Tribute, love it, Double Tribute, whew. Triple Tribute, yikes, Centurion Stenoponus, Library of Polosaurus, Dilophosaurus, Pterodactyl, Imperial Forge with a Triple Tribute. And then we move on to Shadows with a Bad Penny, Hit and Run, Hawk, come on, double Ronnie, Inky Gloom, Javinda, Kymor Eclipse, Pestering Blow, Brend the Fanatic, Too Much to Protect, Mac the Knife, and lastly we have Weezand. Okay, so this deck, I actually really like this deck. It looks really cool. So creature count, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pips. Really nice ratio. Okay, I gotta say, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about this legitimately super tight combo in here. So, Too Much to Protect. And then either Kymor Eclipse or hit and run. Okay, you ready for this? Get ready for this, all right? So what we're going to do here is go Centurion Stenopolis, okay? This creature is clearly most likely going to be where these tributes fall. So let's Golden Spiral and tribute the crap out of this Centurion Stenopolis, all right? So it becomes a fatty boom boom, okay? Then you know what we're going to do? That's right. Chimera Eclipse, hit and run, too much to protect. WYR. How's that for some burst action? I love that. I'm so excited to do this. This is going down. Imperial Forge with attributes is, again, really good, and a Golden Spiral. All really good things, especially, oh my goodness, especially if you can hit off that Imperial Forge and then somehow get rid of it. I mean, there's also the possibility as well, I don't know if there's a way to destroy your own creatures in the same way, but the Ludos and like the double Ludos with having some like these tributes is really nice as well. I like that. This creature belongs to House Logos instead of its original house. Redraw a card. Yeah, there's lots of candidates for this. Obviously, the Automaton is really nice. Well, it's nice for a Golden Spiral play, I think, potentially. Good removals here. I'm loving the Candle Unit Factor, Twin Bolt, Titan Guardian. Yeah, this is the Logos you want to see. It's got really good cycle, really nice creature power too. Lots of actually board control in Logos, which is neat. And then, so here in the Saurian side of things, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures, which is not bad, but I don't think you're going Saurian as often for that reason. But I think you're almost going here for it's got your main Ember control. And then the Library Polosaurus Cycle. Yeah, this deck I feel like cycles really good. Really well. And then I'm liking Weezand in here, actually. I'm really liking Weezand. I think it provides opportunity. Same with Mac the Knife. There's all these ways to actually gain Ember, which is really cool. Nothing that I will be... Oh, I can Hawk, obviously, my stuff if I need the burst. But the truth is, Hawk is just great to have in here. I like Weezand as well. Mac the Knife as well. Deal 1 damage to a creature. Okay, so we got 2 damage. So between Pestering Blow, Mac the Knife, and Javinda, we can take out the Brend. Aside from that, we have Hit and Run as a contributor as well. We also have Positron Bolts to take care of it. Group Think Tank can take care of it. Twin Bolt Emission can contribute. So lots of ways in which we can pull off Brand. Yeah, this deck feels very solid. I know I'm not going over everything here. I did not talk about hit and run candidates. In terms of returning to my hand, aside from that cool little combo, I actually don't think there are things that you really care about. Oh, Igor. That's who you want. And then I guess you can do it if there's different other things I guess you could do it for, just protecting creatures, but it's not really necessary to do that. I could see if you're planning on doing potentially like so you could, if Weezand's out on the board, let's say, you could do something like Chimera Eclipse where you know Weezand's no longer going to be on a flank. You could return your Weezand, Chimera Eclipse, and get another creature back in. There's lots of ways you can I think you can utilize that in different interesting ways. But yeah, this deck feels very solid. Let me know your thoughts. So there's the underboss of Fire Street to kick things off there. Now we move on to deck B. I mean, this Brobnar is going to have to be something special, or something else going to have to be special to top that deck. I just don't see that happening with these house combinations unless there's something really tight in here. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. So let's see what deck B has. We got Volcano. All right, that's a good start. Berserker Slam, another good start. Grok, a good start. Mog Hunter, Mog Hunter, Mog Hunter. Narp. Oh, and it fails. Falls flat on its face with a big old Narp. Shorty, Stiltkin, Stiltkin, Warrior's Refrain, Little Rapskull, and then we move on with Draining Touch, Harbinger of Doom, Harbinger of Doom, Imp Spectre, Imp Spectre, Imp Spectre, Not Finished With You, Rot Grub, Bornet, Bornet's Touch, Hecatomb, Onyx Knight, and then we go on to Saurian with Odiak the Patrician, Phalanx Strike, Double Phalanx Strike, Ludo, Golden Spiral, Theros Centurion, Tricerian Legionary, Ancient Power, Draco Praco, Paraguardian, Pterodactyl, and lastly, Saurus Rex. I was definitely hard on this deck because this deck does have a place. My feeling is the other deck is better. It's the deck I'd want to play, but I do see value in this one. So here, let's go through it. So we got Saurus Rex as, well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 creatures. 25 creatures, okay? And then for Ember Pips, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, that's pretty good for a 25 creature deck. So this is classified as a jank deck. Now, the things that I like. Okay, so right off the top, what do I like about this? This deck is full of, well, there's the other stats. This deck is full of ways of controlling the board. Just tons, okay? Tons. How many disc creatures we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 disc creatures, so there's the Hecatomb Burst with that. Not to mention you're wiping the board afterwards with these Harbingers. Like, so much board control in this deck. So I'm excited for it in that regard. I do also like how that if you can Hecatomb, you can actually follow it up with a Not Finished With You and throw back these Inspectors and whatnot, which is kind of a cool thing to do. Another thing I do like is if we're not really big fans of this Brobnar situation, we have both of these to go through my own deck and purge some Brobnar to thin it out. So that's pretty neat. I hate Little Rapskull. Like, this card I cannot stand, especially in such a heavy creature deck. This is really not helpful. Warrior's Refrain, oddly enough, I think has a purpose in this deck because of the fact that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures, or 8, 9, 10. Just joking, half the creatures almost. But I think it does have a purpose. The Narp is fine. This is fine. All the Mog Hunters, the Grok, the Stiltkins, potentially, they all are providing things that I don't mind fighting with, so that's okay. We even have the Theros Centurion. So there's a lot of targets that make it okay to not reap. So let's see how many odd power creatures we have. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 out of 25 is good. So the Onyx Knight, did I say that right? Yeah, the Onyx Knight actually holds value in this deck for that regard. I'm really liking it. This deck is cool, actually. This deck is not bad. Like, for a board fight jank, this thing is going to do work. It's got the potential to do a lot of stuff here. I think there's a lot of cool tricks. I definitely was a little quick to judge. The Narp aside, this isn't bad. Like, so much board control, which I'm excited to explore. So, and the Saurus Rex is definitely good targets in Saurian to pull out here. So I like that. So that is what we see inside Sweatquake Spawn of Cephalobat. Which deck would you prefer? Deck A or Deck B? I know my choice. But that being said, I do not think either is a bad deck. Like, I actually think even with this Brobnar, this deck has some tricks in it, and it's really interesting in this board-based meta we're in. I think this deck could do some stuff. So we'll have to see how these pan out when they are played on stream this week. I do hope you enjoyed this, and as always, may your Ember never be stolen and your keys forged promptly. Have a good one.